In today's Thriller Thursday, I'm talking about a spooky book entitled The Sundown Motel. So stick around to see what it's all about. Hey everybody, my name is Roger and welcome to my channel, Roger's Reads. So you might be wondering, Roger, what is this Thriller Thursday you speak of? Well, I decided to do a special weekly feature on this channel where I talk about a thriller book or a different thriller novel every Thursday. I get a lot of people asking me what thrillers that I recommend, given that I read a lot of thrillers. So I decided to just, why not make it a regular feature on the channel? So I'm going to give it a try and see how it goes, see how much interest there is in it. But as of now, I plan to read a thriller every week and then do a mini review of it on Thursday. So the one that I chose for this week is entitled The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. And this was actually the Book of the Month Club selection for this month. And when I read the blurb, I ordered it straight away. So this is a ghost story, thriller, mystery, crime novel all rolled into one that revolves around a somewhat sleazy, poorly maintained hotel in Fell, New York named the Sundown Motel. So in 1982, a young woman named Viv Delaney, who worked as a night clerk at the hotel, disappeared in the middle of her shift and was never heard from again. She left her purse, wallet, phone, and keys behind her, her car still in the parking lot. Now at this time, it's worth mentioning that Fell was not the safest town, as the bodies of several local women were found murdered over the past couple of months. So now, 35 years later, her niece Carly has taken on the role of an amateur sleuth and is on the hunt for the aunt that she never met. So Carly not only moves to Fell, New York, but she also ends up taking the exact same shift at the exact same hotel that her aunt did decades earlier. She's determined to find out what happened to her Aunt Viv so long ago. She also discovers that the town of Fell seems kind of stuck in the past, and the hotel itself has not changed at all since 1982. It's also worth mentioning that not only is the hotel home to several seedy regulars such as drug dealers, prostitutes, adulterers, and drunks, the hotel is extremely haunted. We're complete with doors to locked rooms opening and closing on their own accord, lights flickering on and off, smell of cigarette smoke and perfume when nobody's present, disembodied voices, and several ghostly manifestations of people who had died at the motel. You know, there was one especially spine-tingling scene with the lights above the rooms turning off. Actually, I think it was first the hotel light turned off, and then the light above the rooms, one at a time, poof, poof, turned off until the hotel was thrust into complete darkness. So yeah, I found that scene especially creepy. So it doesn't take long before Carly, who's the niece, begins experiencing the same hair-raising events as her aunt did and ends up falling down pretty much the same rabbit hole. Now the narrative is told from two alternating timelines and perspectives, Viv in 1982 and her niece Carly in 2017. And there's really never any problem figuring out who's talking or whose narratives we're reading because the voices are quite distinct. And Viv's story is told in the third person, because she's in the past, I imagine, whereas Carly's point of view is told from the first person. So I thought that the author did an excellent job of connecting and intertwining the narratives of the two women and illustrated nicely the parallels of each of their stories as we uncover the mystery from two different timelines. I actually thought this plot device was especially unique and deftly executed. You know, I love me a good ghost story, and the Sundown Motel was a phenomenal one. This book has a creep factor that is off the charts. I was impressed by how much it managed to scare and unsettle me. And you know, I'm not typically jarred all that easily. The short chapters also added to the swift pace of the story, and I admit that I read this entire book in one day because it was so addicting. The author creates here an atmosphere of constant tension and unease as each woman narrowed down their search and we get closer to solving the story. Simone St. James writes a wonderfully atmospheric, well-plotted, compulsive chiller of a thriller with overtones of horror, and the atmosphere was so evocative, so realistic, that I actually felt colder than normal while reading this book. It was vividly descriptive, delightfully dark, and absolutely mesmerizing. The world building was stellar, and the Sundown Motel had me hypnotized from the outset until the dramatic climax and heart-stopping conclusion. So, yeah, what a pulse-pounding ride this book was. And the author is really good at writing action scenes and scary settings. So Simone St. James is a new author for me, and I definitely plan on reading more of her work. So note that the official launch of this book is February 18th. I think I mentioned that I got an early release from the Book of the Month Club, but you can pre-order it now, and I'll put a link down below if you want to check it out further. But yeah, if you like a good mystery, you don't mind ghosts with the mystery, then definitely check out the Sundown Motel. If you don't like ghosts, well, then you might want to pass on this one. So, did you like this video? If so, please click the like button below, as it really helps my channel out. So, that about does it. As always, I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your support, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Roger and out.